Alright guys, welcome back to another Omnia video where we are going to talk about the OPOP19. We have the translations out. It's a little bit later than usual, but you know what? It's best to have the most accurate translations instead of, translating something quickly and potentially missing out on something important. So as always, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And let's talk about what we saw from OPOP. So, challenge rewards. We're going to be getting an additional 2,000 gems as part of the OPOP19's challenge reward in the monthly report gives at the end of March. There's an everyone's medal challenge. I don't feel like I've seen this before. I don't think this is something. I feel like this is something new. This might not be something new. I'm not entirely sure. But beginning on March the 12th, which is going to be on Friday, there's going to be a boss, which is the Lamia Queen, and there will also be 3 enemies, and 4 HP damage AoE attacks will be effective against the Lamia Queen. Lan and Ren will receive the LD and BT weapon on that day, and Garland will be receiving a BT+. Now, Lan and Ren's LD weapon, which is called Kaiser Knuckles and Orichalcum, it equips the LD ability called Mega Flare, and it is an AoE Magic Brave plus AoE HP attack, which grants them the Mirage S, Mirage L, and Summon Mega Flare to the twins. Now, the Summon Mega Flare gives them a self stats up, and the effect increases under certain conditions. Now, we don't have the full details for that just yet, because like this is just kind of like the basic of basics. We don't know like percentages or anything like that, so we'll have to see. But it looks like we're getting into that, how can I say it? I don't want to say meta, but it seems like we're getting into that like time frame where it seems like stat ups for either new characters or characters that are getting reworked, or just like in general for like party stat ups. It looks like that's starting to become a thing now, especially with this whole like Brave reduction, Brave Gate reduction, etc, etc. So self stats up or just stats up in general, it seems like it's going to be a common thing for a while in JP Dffoo. Their BT weapon, which is called Storm and Blossom, equips them the BT ability Revise Blossom Storm. From what we see here, it is an AoE Magic Brave plus AoE HP attack, and the burst effect is again party stat up, and the effect increases under certain conditions. So we'll have to see whenever we get close. Well, actually, I mean, we are kind of close. So whenever we get the information for Lan and Ren, I mean, if we get if the data miners find or are able to get this information early, that would be fantastic. But as of right now, nothing has popped up. Maybe something might pop up tomorrow. What could potentially happen as well is, and they've done this before, is most likely they may do a showcase for Garland's BT Plus later tonight or early tomorrow morning, and then they will show off the actual showcase for the twins for both their LD and their BT weapon tomorrow night before their actual release. So most likely that's probably what's gonna happen. So I will probably just make a community post for Garland's BT Plus, because we already know what it does in terms of what he normally does when he is just BT. So if we get anything new, or if we do get information for his BT Plus, I will make sure to include that in the community post. So just make sure that you have posts turned on, because I know some people have those turned off. But yeah, spring campaign. 5 banners will be getting the free multi-draw, which I mentioned in the last video. So the twins banner is gonna get a free multi-draw. The Garland banner is gonna get a free multi-draw. There's going to be a spring campaign gacha, which I believe is Vanille's LD. That is getting a free multi-draw. The story gacha, which is the intertwined wheels, which is Garland's LD, not Garland's, Garnett's LD weapon. That will get a free multi-pull as well. And then Boss Rush is coming on the 24th of March, and that is also getting a free multi-draw, but we don't know who the LD weapon is going to be for that. I don't think it's going to be a BT weapon. I think, and I say that because JP is getting Divine Summon at the end of the month, and there is a slight possibility that it's somebody that we have been wanting for the longest time from a certain Final Fantasy X. But take that with a grain of salt, because as of right now, it's allegedly, it's kind of like a 10% yes, 90% no, until we get closer and closer, and then we will get the official confirmation whenever the next OPOP is out. But as of right now, that is a 10% maybe and a 90% no. So we'll see. The spring campaign gacha on the 16th is when Vanille will receive her LD weapon. Vanille's LD weapon, which is I'm not gonna pronounce that, but her LD ability is called Force Blasters. It recovers Brave to the party. It is an AoE Magic Brave plus AoE HP attack, and it grants the exploitation buff to herself. Now that buff party stats up. Once again, I'm telling you, we're in that, like, I guess, time frame. I guess should I say meta? I don't know. Party stats up, but yeah, we are in that phase where this whole stats up thing is basically like our thing right now in JP. Brave and HP damage delta when there are debuffed enemies, and Brave and HP damage delta when there are no buffed enemies. Oh, okay. So they're gonna work around with her kit. Okay. So when they're debuffed from her, because I know one of her skills has the defense down, and of course, if you have your other two teammates who provide any type of debuffs, or you have LD calls, regular calls, whatever, that would actually benefit her as well. And then if the enemies are not buffed, so if you were to use Ferris's LD call, which is all frame debuffs, then that could actually, so Ferris's LD call alongside with Vanille's LD weapon could actually be a pretty good combo. So that's an option right there. Kaya's could also be a pretty good combo as well as an LD call. There's a few others, but of course, I mean, with the amount of LD calls we use in JP, I mean, there's always more than likely there's gonna be frame debuffs on it. So, but that's interesting. I can't wait to see like what percentages, what exactly Vanille's LD weapon in terms of like either buffs or auras for the party. She is going to provide with her LD ability. The staff weapon skin, which is that, like, what is it? The cherry blossom tree staff that we saw in the reaction video. That is also going to be coming out with Vanille's LD weapon release. And I believe that's like what, roughly under $20 in yen, if I'm not mistaken. The Spring Gigantoir will make an appearance once again in the Daily Metal Collect Battle. During this period, the Spring Gigantoirs, I have so much trouble pronouncing that, will be making an appearance within the Daily Metal Collect Battle with up to 2 times treasure medals to be attained daily, with a total of 80 treasure medals to be earned. Ooh, if you have unlimited tickets, then that's going to be tickets for me. Other campaigns, spring panel missions are coming up. Wood of Illusions, Carbunco's Treasury with the magic pots, 2 times Flowered Cactuar encounter rates, and 2 times Cycle Quest drops are coming too. Support item sales are coming, so the books and everything like that, which I actually do need some. Spring campaign gem sale, is also coming up as well. One on the March 12th, which is this Friday, and then next week. The permanent content, which is called the Intertwined Wills. We have been talking about this for the past couple weeks now, and Garnet is going to be the first character to be introduced with the Intertwined Wills. That is coming out next Friday and will go on onwards. It is similar to the Lost Chapters, with story content focused on a particular character. In this case, it's Garnet. Garnet will also be receiving character stamps or stickers. Garnet's LD weapon, which is called Wizard Rod, equips the LD ability Eternal Darkness. Now, I actually just watched her animation for Eternal Darkness. That's a long animation, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. It recovers Brave to the party. It is an AoE Magic Brave plus AoE HP attack. It recovers HP to the party based on the HP damage dealt, and it grants 1 stack of the Pumice Eidolon. Eidolon. I'm probably mispronouncing it. I'm sorry. The special effect to herself. The buff, stack base special effect, party stats up again. I'm telling you, does not change based on stacks. Each time an enemy or ally acts, it increases stacks. Oh, okay. That's kind of different in a way. Yeah, that's kind of different from what we normally see in stacks, but all right. When at max stacks, it triggers the follow-up attack. Oh. Ooh, she's getting a follow-up? From from what is it, Eidolon, Eternal Darkness ability, and reverts back to 1 stack. Huh. So I wonder how many stacks it's actually going to go up with a follow-up attack. Hopefully it's not nothing like, oh, you got to go up to 5 stacks or something. You know, maybe I think 3 is reasonable. But I guess it really depends on what else comes along with her LD ability. The Eidolon Eternal Darkness. It recovers Brave to the party, and it is an AoE Magic Brave plus AoE HP attack. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. So she's getting a follow-up. Now, here's one thing that I'm a little concerned about with Garnet. No word on a rework. So I'm wondering if they are going to let us know when we get closer to the Intertwined Wheels event. Or is Garnet going to be another character where they kind of just throw in LD? I mean, obviously she'll get like LD boards and stuff like that. Does she even have boards now? I don't think she has character boards right now. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, she'll get her LD boards, LD extension, all that good stuff and everything like that. But as of right now, it's not 100% confirmed. I think it might have been mentioned when we got OPOP earlier this month. But I felt like they would have at least updated it or let us know in this OPOP that she was getting a rework. But, I mean, depending on how this LD ability actually performs and like percentages, like what it benefits to the party, etc., maybe she might not need one. But I mean, where we are at with Lufenia Plus fights, I mean, it would be helpful, but I guess we'll have to see. Maybe her buffs could be framed. Maybe they could be yellow framed. I mean, that would be nice. But I don't know. We'll have to see. But either ways, though, I mean, a follow up with her LD ability is nice. Hopefully the stacks don't go up by 5, but they could actually, because it says every time an enemy and or an ally attacks, it increases the stack. So if we're going up against like 3 enemies that are like Garnet, her LD ability would actually benefit from that. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the max stacks is going to be. But afterwards, Vanille's LD weapon I'm also curious about, because of that Brave and HP damaged up whenever the enemies are debuffed and when they are not buffed. I'm kind of curious to see how exactly that will work, and then what percent. I'm telling you, the party stats up meta. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. The stats up meta is basically our thing right now in JP. And then Garland, most likely, like I said earlier, we'll probably get like a small showcase for Garland's BT first in the morning, unless they're gonna drop that and Len and Rand's LD ability, and then we'll get the showcase for their BT ability later tomorrow night. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll let everybody know. I'll keep everybody updated on what's up and what pops up, etc., etc. So, other than that, though, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm definitely excited for the Gauntlet BT, 100%. Garnet's LD. I'm actually Garnet's LD has definitely caught my attention because I love me some follow-ups. And then Vanille I'm very curious as to how or what buffs you actually get. I'm just curious about everything. So he is still hoping for the best. Let's just say that. So let me know what you guys think, though. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video.